where to draw that line at. Based off what?
I'll give you an example. At my previous employment, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Drew, that big word. At my previous employment, this is an old white dude. Mm-hmm. The only reason I mentioned that, the fact that he's white, is to give you an idea of who I'm talking to. Mm-hmm. So early morning, show up to work on time, you know what I'm saying? And then I walk up to his window and I look at his eyes, and his eyes were red. And I go, hey, I mean, I've talked to this motherfucker 3 times since I've been in that project. I said, hey, he's like almost 16. Why your eyes red? He goes, because of allergies. I'm like, fuck allergies, man. I didn't have allergies until I came to America. And my man goes, man, you being from the jungle, I think you'd have allergies all the time. And then I went, excuse me? He goes, oh my God, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. You know what I meant, though.
No, I don't.
But at that point, that's what I'm saying. At that point, I have a choice. I have a choice to take that energy that he just gave me and give him that same energy back and say, hey, the fuck is that supposed to mean? You think I'm from Africa? I'm supposed to have allergies? You think I lived in the jungle? You think I'm da-da-da? I rose above it. Like that dude say, it's above me now. Like, you know that dude, like the lady called him that word? Yeah, I rose above it. But to the point where I made him feel uncomfortable for the rest of his stay there. Because every time he saw me, he reminded of how he fucked up. The only thing he fucked up on is the fact that he assumed that I'm from the jungle. His lack of knowledge of where I'm from. And 3, opened his mouth and then realizing he fucked up and I can go to HR and get him fired. But that's what I'm saying. People doing wrong, knowing right, and people doing wrong, not knowing right.
This is the thing, though. My opinion. It all goes back to what children are being taught in school. Medgar Evers is from Mississippi.
Who?
Medgar Evers. He was a, what's the word? During the 60s, he was,
get some of them chips, man.
Ain't no but crumbs left.
Oh, you mother.
Real talk. Ain't no but crumbs.
Why are you still holding them?
He was an activist, but I'm still eating the crumbs. Back in the 60s. So basically, you know, it's people are not gonna understand.
What?
It's hard to get people to understand if they just all they know is one way. Okay.
Yeah.
I hate to use this example, but this is the only one I can use. You got somebody that's raised in the hood, right?
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, he raised by who? His mama. If not his mama, his grandmama.
That's your opinion?
That's a fact. Nowadays, that's a fact.
Like I'm saying, like, how is that a fact? Like,
it's a fact because there are lesser, is what I call it, regular families, which is mom and dad. Nowadays, it's more just the mom raising the child. We make a lot of babies. Men make a lot of babies, but they don't take care of them. So you got men, you got women trying to raise boys into men, and it's not even really their job.
Yeah, but that's handed down to them generationally. Like even back in the slavery day, I know there's a lot of people that might disagree or agree, but you know what they were doing to the men?
No, what they was doing to them. They were doing a lot of shit to them.
Yes, they were separating them from the family. 1, training the woman, the black woman, to be the father and the mother.
That's the Willie Lynch syndrome, though.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. It's not even like you can't. You can't even say it that easy. You can't even say it that light.
No, you can't.
You know, and it's like when I'm at work, I'm driving down my truck, whatever, and I see like if I see black people like busting their ass, they're usually working the hardest, believe it or not. I stop by, give them some water, whatever. They look at me like, what? Yeah, like, hey, like, what else can you do? Okay, look, I'm doing this. You can actually start on this. You should actually join Like, this is a lot better than what you're doing. You can actually And I try to put them on game. I try to do my part. And it's like, what I hate the most is like those people that go, man, I can't do anything about it either, man. Like, it's, what am I? Like, who am I? Like, I can't change that shit. Like, this shit been done for 400 years, 500 years.
And see, that's it. But see, again, that's where it comes back to play, where you have two different, you and me, we have two different ways of looking at stuff. When you have more than one way of looking at stuff, a person that only was raised to look at something one way, they can't compare. It's not that you trying to be better than them. They just can't compare.
I think exposure is key.
My point.
Yes.
We've been exposed to two different lifestyles.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think exposure is key, but not my point, but what I'm trying to get to is even to one of the topics that we were talking about earlier is, how do you expose people to that if they don't want to get exposed, and if they're sheltered by the people they're associated to, by their jobs, by their housing, where they live at, where they don't have the option to go to the ghetto or to go to the suburbs or to go to, you know what I'm saying?
A person that really wants to do better and no more, they gonna find a way to do better. They gonna find a way to learn more. And after they find a way to learn more, they gonna find a way to teach it to other people.
According to who? That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to separate the ideas from the ones that actually work. Everybody can have an idea. Everybody can have a thought. But what I'm saying is, like, if the parents are dictating the child's growth and idea and mental stability and guiding them through life, and the child's already starting off wrong, how do you take that child? I mean, the answer could be no answer to this question, you know? Like, this is literally, you can, this thing could be something that we're actually trying to hold on to for dear life because we don't know anything else. We don't know any better. We don't know what else to call it. Because considering it like somebody's opinion is too easy. Now I gotta accept you because it's just your opinion. I think you're not racist until you act upon your beliefs. As in, you stop hiring white people, or you stop hiring black people, or you stop hiring Mexicans because of what you believe. I think until you act upon your beliefs to hinder the other people's growth, I don't think you can be racist. I think you can have a fucked up opinion. I think you can have like the wrong idea handed down to you.
But ain't that what being racist is?
What?
Based on the opinion.
Yeah, but I'm trying to look at it for its highest potential, like its highest, at the highest level. Meaning, it's like let's say your boss, right? We all know we let our boss get away with shit they're not supposed to. Because, you know, they cut your check sometimes. I mean, all the times, actually.
Well, you know what and this is my opinion. And I had the same problem. You have to stop giving people the benefit of the doubt. You have to make them earn.
True.
If you give a person a benefit of the doubt and they realize that you're giving them the benefit of the doubt, they're gonna use the shit out of that.
That's
you have to, and this brings me to why people don't like dealing with anything that has to do with religion or the Bible, because the Bible is going to hold you accountable for everything you do. We in a generation where people don't want to be held accountable for nothing they do. They rather have an excuse. Well, he or she did this, so that's my reason for why I did, instead of saying, you know what, that was fucked up.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how do you? We're not like computers where we have CPU. You go like, or like, hey, let me control or delete this thought that you have, and let me introduce a whole new program that's going to hold you accountable for everything that you're doing. Because we all seek our comfort zone. Like me, I know I need to exercise. I know I need to get up and do it. But I know when I'm doing it too, I'll find an excuse not to do the shit that I have to do. I go as far as going to Walmart, okay? Find everything I need to do. Have it in the house.
And won't use it.
And won't use it because of the fact that I can only push myself so much past the stuff that I don't want to do.